Today we're going to talk about Huns and cars again, or Huns standing close to cars, getting into cars, getting out of cars, or standing somewhere close to parked cars. Just people who are network marketing companies and cars. Why? Because I think it's a fun topic, because I already made a video, part 1, and I have a lot of footage of people who are in network marketing who like to show off cars or talk in cars or talk about cars. That's what we're doing today as well. Cars are a status symbol. That is why a lot of network marketers like to show off their fancy cars, and a lot of network marketing companies also have car programs. And it is a way to promote the company and to show how successful you are if you are a part of that car program as well. Welcome to the channel. I'm Christine. I'm glad you're here, or welcome back. A big thank you and a shout out to the channel members. I appreciate your support a lot. If you are interested in channel memberships, everything is linked down below. If you want to support the channel for free, you can subscribe, you can comment down below, share the videos, like the videos. That helps this channel out a lot. Let's get started with the first Huns. Huns, it's two people in cars. Well, it's two Huns in one car, and you might know these people. It's just a fun bit. If you're looking for a lot of sense in this video, don't do it. It's just really for entertainment purposes, and you will see very soon why. So let's get into the first clip of Huns in a car. Do you remember those two, Shanna and her husband, serial MLM hoppers? Once their paycheck goes down, they always go to the next MLM, and to the next one, and to the next one, in the hopes that the bonus checks will save them, and they're still in Amare. They must have been in this company for a few months now, and they're still in it, promoting the, I suspect, happy juice, because when the product kicks in, they're dancing in the car. They're dancing. They're loving life, and they're in a car, and that's why I had to introduce it, because the happy juice is Amare's bestseller, because they sell a lot of the product to their own distributors, and it's supposed to give you a lot of energy, but you can also fight fatigue. If you have issues sleeping, you can do that as well. If you want to fly, you can do that too. Drink the juice if you want to learn how to talk to animals. If you're not a very technical person, get the happy juice. In that way, you will gather a lot of technological knowledge that will really elevate your life. If you want to learn how to actually talk to trees, the happy juice can help you as well. And unfortunately, the Huns also make a lot of ridiculous medical claims. This is really a serious MLM when it comes to the health claims. It is ridiculous. And that's what they say the happy juice does to them when the products kick in. So I assume it's the happy juice. A lot of the things that the Amare Huns post about the happy juice is really frustrating to see. All of the medical claims they make. I think this was rather fun. And also as an update for you that Shanna is still in Amare. I mean, how is she doing it over there? If you're not switching an MLM every 2 to 3 months, then you're not an MLM hopper anymore. So, and they're Huns and cars, and they're dancing, and the product kicks in. So thank you, Shanna and husband, for doing that. Let's take a look at Arbonne and what happens when an Arbonne Hun is able to pick up her car, what she's grateful for, and all of that. I think she will have a short video and probably a lengthy text to tell us why Arbonne, the car program, the business opportunity are great. I just wish that their videos were as long as the text, but many times the caption is a lot longer than the Bible, or the line at the love parade, or at a football game when people need to use the toilet. Anyway, let's take a look at an Arbonne Hun picking up her car. Five years ago, I said yes to an MLM, and an Arbonne Hun is uncovering a Mercedes-Benz. Thank you for supporting the German economy. I do appreciate that, although I don't appreciate that a lot of the people in network marketing companies have car programs that involve German cars. Our lives look completely different today because of that decision 5 years ago, why it was the absolute best decision I ever made for these two, referring to her children, myself in the caption. Ah, dang it. You want to bet your car that this is yet again a long caption. So let's take a look at the lengthy text coming from a boss babe in her own right that doesn't have a car anymore because I sold it a couple of years ago. Because as a Berliner, I don't need a car. But having a car to me is not a status symbol. I don't care. It's a tool that carries me from A to B. And if I don't need the car to get conveniently from A to B, I will just exchange that. In this case, I will exchange it for the big yellow one, the big bus, the doppeldecker. That's what I do. And the train and the subway. It works really well for me. But this Hun picked up a car, and it was important for her because she said yes to an MLM. Yep, saying yes to an MLM. Not because I just said yes, but because I decided to treat this like the unbelievable business model and opportunity that it is. With most people losing money, you were hoping and you were wishing that this would work out for you and your 2 children, and it did, but it doesn't for most people. Because I said yes, plus because I treated it like a business. Because you can never treat it like a hobby. No matter what an MLM Hun tells you, you need to treat this like a business. You want to make a side hustle, you need to treat this like a business. It's supposed to be a hobby for you, you need to treat this like a business. You join because you want to get the product for a discounted price, you need to treat this like a business. It doesn't make any sense. I have been a present mama for these 2 boys. I was able to be with Maddox every day in the NICU until he was released, of course, and we're also targeting mothers who are desperate because maybe they had issues during their pregnancy or birth and they have to cater to their kids' needs. I mean, if you have to do that, then screw you, honestly, because that is super predatory, and most people will not only have to worry about family members or their children, but they will also be financially in a very difficult situation thanks to these ridiculous pitches. I was able to get us out of my parents' basement suite. Well, at least she's owning up that she was in her parents' basement. But what is it with Huns getting out of basements? I lived in a basement and now I'm super rich and famous. Yikes. I have taken these boys on vacations and experiences I never had as a kid. That is what I think parents want for their children, and you know how you can do that by just getting a regular job or by starting your actual own business and not joining Arbonne to sell Arbonne products and recruit a team big enough to sustain a certain lifestyle and to make a full-time income. So that's what a lot of people want. You can do that by just getting a normal job. I have traveled to Africa, Mexico, Australia, UK, US, about to be in the Bahamas, Iceland next year, more vacays than my 25 years pre-Arbonne combined. You could also travel if you had just a regular income. There is no need to join a pyramid scheme like Arbonne, in my opinion, allegedly. She's from Canada, that's why she's not mentioning Canada. And the joke's on you, lady, because I have been to most of those places and more myself, living in Europe, and in a week or 2, when you see this video, I will be in her beautiful country, traveling with family members of mine on a fully paid for trip that I paid for myself with my 9-to-5 job that is able to give me a good amount of time off, a stable income, and me being able to relax while not having to work or pitch anything to people. So that's also an option. Sad that she's from Canada. Looking forward to going to Canada, but unfortunately the scammers are everywhere. I have had the flexibility and ability to live in the US and Canada. Most people do that now when you have a hybrid job or when you have a fully remote job, that you can just go to another country, to another city, to another region in your country on a monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly basis. Companies are more open to this type of work environment than ever before, so that's not a flex anymore. I have built the absolute best friendships in the entire world. This really is the longest caption on planet Earth. I need a sip of coffee. Why do you need to write out so much text? If your business opportunity is that great and it speaks for itself, you don't need to type out so much freaking text. I have helped dozens of other mamas be able to do the same thing, and we have hundreds who have more choices because they said yes too. You have helped dozens of people being as successful as you are. She's at one of the top ranks in Arbonne, and hundreds who have more choices now. How many people did you screw over? How many people have lost money because of you? Probably thousands. So that's not a great look. I was able to go pick up my third Benz because of the VP Success Award. I have had the ability to focus on my healing during this last year instead of shoving it all down and believing in survival mode, panicking as I approach this new season of life. And taking care of yourself is, of course, only an option if you're in a network marketing company in Arbonne specifically. You could never do that with a regular job or if you were actually running your own business. You need to be in Arbonne to be able to take care of yourself. Yeah, it makes total sense. It has given me the growth and confidence to know my self-worth and find me again. Had I never started this business, I don't know if I would have had the confidence to start a podcast or speak on stages. You probably wouldn't have to speak on stages, and everybody can start a podcast, so you could have just tried it. This business has given me courage. It taught me the fundamentals of building a business. You are not running your own business. And life skills I never would have had I not said yes. You very likely would have had other skills that don't include scamming other people, so maybe that would have been worth looking into, those other skills. But the most important thing to me above all is that I get to do everything I do alongside them and have fun experiences like this together, like grabbing a car with your kids. Yeah, you could never do that if you were not in Arbonne. You could never buy a car, lease a car, rent a car, and then do that together with your children. You do need to be in Arbonne to do so. They will grow up knowing that there is no limits and they can accomplish and achieve anything their heart desires. And they'll grow up knowing Mama was always there, that she was able to be there while also chasing her own vision, dreams, and goals. Forever grateful I made the choice to say yes despite of all of the nonsense on the internet, and can't wait to see what the next 5 years bring. Like this post, like this nonsense. Earningsarbonne.com for what's typical. Let's say not a lot. You don't make a lot of money in Arbonne. According to Arbonne's Canadian Income Disclosure Statement from 2023, a typical Arbonne participant in Canada earned between $0 and $265, very likely Canadian, in commissions and overrides. Yeah, that's truly a way you can build your dream and pay nothing off of that car. And that's why those posts are so ridiculous. And if we take a look at the median annual earnings, we also see that most people are not able to even make a livable income. Most people are at the bottom 3 ranks, and only 4% are at the top 2 ranks, where she also resides, and make a livable income. Most people at the lowest rank make median $187. The district managers, the second lowest rank, $2,425, likely Canadian, and the area managers, $14,482. That is before expenses. So most people in Arbonne, 66%, they end up in debt when they only make $187 median annual earnings, and they need to purchase a couple of products. Then that is not a great business opportunity for most. Yet again, another tone-deaf post of a Hun unveiling a car. She was not a Hun in a car, but she was close to a car, and that's why it counts towards Huns and cars for me. And when we're talking about Huns and cars and car programs, we cannot forget about Monat. Tomorrow I'm hosting a caddy event in my city, and 14 of my local friends are bringing their Cadillacs too. It got me thinking. Got you thinking? Hopefully how stupid this is. Just imagine this from the perspective of a true business owner or somebody who has a 9-to-5 job who is able to drive a company car, a true company car, fully paid for, that you say, you know what, I'm going to start an event on the weekend, so all of my colleagues will also get a company car, and also all of my business owner friends who drive a car, we will meet together, and then I'm going to post about this on social media to tell people that you're having a car event, and you're posting at what date and at what time where people are supposed to show up with their cars. That's why I always think it's quite good to put those things into perspective. Let's take a look what got her thinking. It is not too late for you, and I know what you're thinking, that you could never, The 14 of us who all live within 30 miles of my city coming tomorrow will all tell you the same. Yeah, because you're all brainwashed into believing that this is a smart idea and that this makes sense. Most people in Monat are not able to participate in the Cadillac program. So it's not I could never. The likelihood of you participating is slim to none. And because this car program is designed to entrap people, to keep them connected to the company further, as are all car programs in my opinion, you will only get a certain amount of money toward the down payment and a monthly paycheck that you need to keep your rank for, because if you drop in rank, you end up with a car payment yourself. And that way, the company tries to incentivize you to stay longer and to work harder so that you don't drop those bonus payments for the car. Because at the rank where the people are able to get the Cadillac in Monat, those people are not able to pay for the car themselves, a luxury car. It's just not an option. And that's why it's a stupid idea. This business is not saturated. Yes, it is. Monat is tanking. I meet people daily who have never heard of Monat, and we're just barely dipping our toes into this market. No, 10 years into Monat's existence, more and more people are fleeing the company and more people are leaving network marketing altogether because of the bad experience they had in Monat. You're not on the up, you're in the down, and the cars are dragging you down even further. There's always room for you. Yes, because it's a recruitment-based business and you need to recruit people. That doesn't mean that it's a great opportunity. And that's also not weird at all to post in front of a car dealership, right? Stop counting yourself out. Well, I'm counting myself out. Number 1, I don't want to drive a Cadillac. Number 2, I don't want to drive a white car. Number 3, I don't want to join Monat. And number 4, I don't want an upline. And no, absolutely not. You're not too old. Well, some people are. Too young, yes. If you're below 18, you're too young. Too incapable. It has nothing to do with being capable. It has to do with market saturation. It has to do with convenient timing, having a certain following, and having certain abilities to sell a fake opportunity to others, and with morals. I've been doing this thing, I hate that, a long time, and I'd like to think I'm pretty good at teaching others how to build a business too. I don't think you are though, because that would mean that most people in your downline also make a livable income, but that is very likely not the case, because you cannot teach everybody on your team to be successful. No matter how successful you are, no matter how much of a great leader you think you are, most people in your downline will inevitably lose money. That's how the business model is designed. So that was the weird car program and people getting together, well, 14, to show off their Cadillacs. I need to message my family. Please hold a second. Going to meetup for the birthday. Please rent a pricey car. Get together. Post about this. Trust me, it's worth it. Okay. Off to the next post. This next post is from a boss bro in iGenius who just naturally and nonchalantly stands in front of his luxury car and is not flexing with that at all, and it is something that is completely unique to him. It is not that other boss bros do that as well. Yeah, it's totally unique. It's not that the iGenius Huns are very, very see-through. It's just really, me on a natural Sunday, somebody taking my picture while I lean against my car. Life is hard. Throughout my life, I've learned a lesson or two, but I sped up my learning process by learning, studying, being a student. Many people are shocked when the market crashes or when people are being let go of their jobs. But talking about markets crashing, iGenius has an ongoing incentive where the people can join the company for less. It is still an extremely pricey company, but you can do that as a discounted price. And that has been extended now from iGenius. So how much of a sought-after MLM are you? If you want people to join, you have to offer this now at a discounted price, and then you also extend that. Maybe iGenius is the next market to crash, the next MLM to crash. It could be completely wrong. It could be because it's a summertime incentive, and summer months are typically slower months, but iGenius, to my knowledge, hasn't done this before, and now they have extended the opportunity for people to join at a discounted price. And of course, they start complaining and blaming everybody else but themselves. Yeah, fuck you. If that is what you have to do to elevate yourself, to say that other people are shocked and they're not happy that they were let go of their jobs and it's their fault, then you should screw yourself. But in network marketing, it is always your fault. It's never anybody else's fault. If you're not successful in network marketing, or in this case in iGenius, it is your fault. And if you couldn't foresee that you were let go of a job, it's also your fault because you don't have multiple streams of income. So that's the type of people we're talking about in iGenius. Very superficial, very bling bling, and not a lot of substance, in my opinion. Here's the issue. Well, you're the issue. And that weird pose is the issue. You got comfortable at the job, they let you go. You got comfortable not learning about new ways to invest, so that investment tanked. But we would never see an iGenius boss bro or an iGenius Hun being truthful about struggling. So we only see the highlights there. I'd be interested to know when your paycheck is tanking. Maybe it is already currently tanking, and that's why people are able to sign up with iGenius at a discounted price. Two kinds of people in these times. Somebody aggressively looking for opportunities and taking them. Somebody just doing absolutely nothing about it. Yeah, because there is only black and white. There is no gray area in between. Yeah, Rakan, that makes absolute sense. You guys tell me which one will win. Be smart, act quick. We won't see this again for another 40 to 50 years. Bank talks, Ben's market crash, network marketing. You had a couple of words and sentences written out and you said absolutely nothing. But the people in his comment section are celebrating it. Clapping emojis, fire emojis, for nothing. That's a boss bro standing in front of a car who's in iGenius, who's talking a lot of nonsense, but he's not sharing factual information. So let's not join iGenius. That's honestly my take from this weird post. The next post is from somebody in a car, but the person is not necessarily a Hun. Likely a former Hun turned MLM coach and is now teaching those in the industry who struggle, but at least she's sitting in the car. Helping my team win is in my blood. Truth be told, I only win when they win. Well, not all of them, but you're only able to make substantial money in network marketing if you have a team, and then some people on that team also need to hit certain requirements and ranks, and that way you're able to rise up in the ranks and make more money. So that is truthful. Almost admitting to getting a big team is more important than selling products or services, right? That's what I see here. I think that's true leadership. No, it's not. It's a necessity in network marketing where you need to recruit because recruitment is better paid for than the actual selling of the products. I might be casting the vision and calling them higher, but I'm only as good as they are, so it's my job to serve them and watch them grow. No, that's not it. You just need to recruit a lot of people. Crazy how many people have questions about our systems once they find out we do not teach cold messaging. I've always played the long game and always will. Can you cut corners to make quick money? Yep. You'll lose it all in 90 days too. I believe she meant to ask if you can make quick money. I just want families that can sleep better. Then do something charitable and don't teach network marketing, Huns. I just want families that can breathe easier. What the heck? I just want families that can take vacation. Then don't tell them to join MLMs because that way they will hardly be able to pay for vacations. Say get a real job, open up your own business, and then pay for the vacation yourself. I just want families that can pay their bills. Same thing. Then don't tell them about network marketing, that they can make a substantial income there because they can't. Most people in network marketing lose money. I just want families that can go back to school shopping without using a credit card. But most people in most countries do use card transactions and don't pay cash anymore, so they're also going to use a credit card. We have big goals over the next 4 months, so there's lots of people to serve. You're not altruistic because you join in network marketing, because you need to have a big team, and some people on that team also need to be somewhat successful. If you want to serve people, go to church. Be charitable. Donate money. Open your own charitable efforts. Help out at food banks. Help the homeless. Help out at animal shelters. That way you might not be able to serve people, but you can serve animals. Hence the picture. I'm not crazy, I'm just passionate. If you've been on one of my Zooms, you understand. Ha, 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 ha. That told me absolutely nothing yet again. Virtue signaling is also something that happens a lot in network marketing companies because it is such a bad business opportunity, and most people in network marketing lose money that you need to pretend that you want to elevate other people. And you can only do that when you're in network marketing, because you will only be successful if your team is successful, which is not true. Most people on most teams are losing a heck lot of money so that the people at the top can make a lot of money. And the Huns and also the network marketing coaches, of course, cannot own up to that because they have their own reasons, because they have their own motives. That was yet again another nonsensical post of somebody in a car. Huns and cars. At least in this edition of Huns and Cars, we didn't have Huns driving in cars. I believe in the first content from the Amare couple, they were parked, they were not driving, because that is always very dangerous and always very infuriating. But Huns and Cars is an important topic in network marketing, either to display your success, because you have a fancy, luxurious car, it's a status symbol, and you're rich and you're successful, or you're really successful in your MLM because you're able to participate in the car program. It's a no for me. It's a no for me for Huns. It's a no for me for Huns and Cars. And I wouldn't want to participate in any network marketing car program. And especially for MLM car programs where you have to get a white car. Do you know how dirty they get? You need to clean those regularly. Absolutely not. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, share the video. That helps the channel out a lot. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!